At IGN, we're a bunch of different people with a bunch of different preferences, thoughts. We're individuals.
At least personally, I feel like I don't necessarily want to play 15 to 20 hours of what I was just shown.
It's very jarring,
yes.
And I found myself feeling extremely uncomfortable during the demo.
I hope the game isn't 10 hours of that sort of feel, because that would be very intense and ultimately not very fun.
If the headline coming out of this was, you can play this game non-lethally, I think that would have really changed my opinion of it.
I'm excited to see the multiplayer.
I just want to see multiplayer.
Yes.
Like, that's what we love.
That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Remember, no rushing.
Well, here we are once again taking a look at another cringy take on a video game from the good old games media. And instead of it being from Polygon or Kotaku, this time it is coming from none other than everyone's favorite gaming website, IGN. So the video we are taking a look at today is a compilation of different IGN employees reacting to the behind closed door demo of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare campaign that they showed off at E3 to the press. And personally, the more I hear about this game, like the more excited I am for it. This is like the first time in a very long time that I am genuinely excited for a Call of Duty game. I really like the focus they have on the campaign this time around, and now it seems like they're going for a darker, more mature storyline, which honestly just sounds really fucking awesome. And it seems like a lot of other people are very excited for this game as well, unless you just so happen to be a soy boy working over at IGN, that is. I mean, the reaction to this demo from these clowns over at IGN is honestly pretty fucking cringe, dude, and I got a ton of requests from people to make a video on this topic, so when I first looked it up, I was thinking like, yeah, this has got to be fucking good, and it did not disappoint, guys. Like, this is a really fucking bad video, and it might just be the worst E3 video I've seen this year. So yeah, I think without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this amazing take on Call of Duty Modern Warfare from IGN.
The rules have changed. There's a fine line between right and wrong.
Okay, 1 second, and then we'll get into the retardation, I promise, okay? Can I just say, like, how amazing those graphics look? I mean, like, we need to take a moment to appreciate this. This game looks absolutely amazing, and honestly, I can't wait to play it. But yeah, that's enough of that. Let's get into the retardation, shall we?
There's essentially a terror attack in London. Spoilers, by the way. There's a terror attack in London. Your cell, Captain Price, Sergeant Garrick, who I believe is the protagonist, the character you play as, take a small, covert SWAT-style team.
Tier 1 operators,
Tier 1 operators. To do a breach and clear of this terror cell in this house.
A townhouse, yeah. So
right.
It's real narrow, and it's just like 4 floors.
Yeah, it's a terraced house in North London. I'm from North London, so I can assure you that it looked very accurate. They even had the correct train on the train line, which was very...
That's impressive.
It is one of the most visually impressive games I've seen.
Yeah, the attention
it does look
to detail.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the attention
it does look
to detail.
Beautiful.
Okay, it might just be me here, but why does it look like that dude on the left is legitimately checking out his friend there? I mean, it looks like he's paying attention to the details, all right? I mean, he did bring up attention to detail, and the only detail he is paying attention to are the details of that guy on the right. I don't know, man. It just looks like he's thinking to himself, standing there like, oh yeah, I love it when you look at me like that, daddy. I don't fucking know, dude. It just looks sus as fuck. I don't fucking even know. It may just be me, but let's go ahead and get back to this video.
I think the most jarring part is that, of course, this is in London, and you're crawling through this house. I mean, like, crawling. You're stealth walking through this house with many people, many teams, many guns.
Wow, man, she really has a way with words. Like, the way she really describes things, I must say, man, she could be a great storyteller. I mean, it's like she slept through the actual demo and is just, like, bullshitting her way through this interview or whatever. I mean, yeah, you're, like, stealth walking through this house with many team and guns. Like, what the actual fuck, dude? It's obvious she has no clue what the fuck she's talking about.
You got your night vision goggles, like, you're all suited up. But you're going into a civilian house, essentially. And granted, they are terrorists, but it's still Weird.
Oh my god, guys, we gotta interrupt this programming for a very, very important breaking news update. Apparently, terrorists can live in houses. I mean, I had no idea, man. I mean, this is some revolutionary shit going on here. You're trying to kill terrorists, and in order to do that, you have to go to where those terrorists are, and it just so happens that these terrorists happen to live in a house like every other human being on fucking planet Earth. I mean, holy shit, dude. Call of Duty is really going all out here. But this next part of the video is kind of boring with them just repeating themselves a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up a little.
On a technical level, I thought they're doing some really interesting things, you know, adding in some new mechanics that will make gunplay, will make the game itself a lot more interesting.
It reminded me of Mile High Club in the sense that there's, you're weaving your way through. There are a lot of people at very tricky angles. Yeah. There are non-combatants.
Yes.
And the line between non-combatant and combatant is every single level is explored to a greater degree.
Yes.
I think from a provocative sense, you start off, there are female combatants. There are female combatants being used as human shields that then grab a gun and try and shoot you.
Whether there are innocents involved or not, you have to kind of make that call as you go through.
And you're trying to do it as quietly as possible, so not alert everyone else in the house.
Yeah, because everyone has guns.
Yeah, everyone in this house has an AK-47 under their bed. It looked like they were incorporating some Rainbow Six kind of style things where you can shoot through doors, you can shoot through walls, you can peer around corners.
Yeah, you get the lean mechanic, which is really nice.
And enemies have that too. They'll pop their head around, and if you're quick enough, you can nail.
It's unfortunate though, because like these mechanics are super interesting. Like they make combat a little bit more tactical. They give you a lot more options. Like the fact that just at least in this particular demo, like the environments were very destructible. That's all super interesting. But then it puts those mechanics at odds with itself, making you so uncomfortable to the point where, like, I at least personally, I feel like I don't necessarily want to play 15 to 20 hours of what I was just shown.
Okay, so this dude basically spent a solid minute praising the game for being innovative in terms of the combat and overall making the game a better, more immersive experience. It basically then says fuck it all to that because none of that matters if the game makes him feel uncomfortable. I mean, dude, say it with me now. It is just a video game. It is not real life. I mean, this is the reason why I chose to put some classic no Russian gameplay in the background of this video, because guess what? Shooting up an airport in a video game is not even comparable to doing that shit in real life. But dude, I'm sure you will be just fine. You will be more than capable of making it through the campaign. I mean, this shit is a fictional video game.
While you are going into a moral gray area, like that's exactly what it is. It is a morally ambiguous area. Your enemies are no longer wearing uniforms that denote that, like, it's not black and white anymore.
So basically what you're saying is the game is realistic. I mean, terrorists in real life don't walk around with an official "I'm a suicide bomber" vest on. Like, what the fuck? I mean, the whole point is for them to blend in so that no one sees it coming. So you're basically just shitting on Modern Warfare for accurately portraying those situations. I mean, people shit on COD for being unrealistic. Now they're shitting on COD for it being too realistic. But just a reminder though, this is the same media outlet that gave Pokemon Omega Ruby a 7.8 for having quote unquote too much water.
Also where some of the difficulty in, oh, it looks so beautiful and so realistic, so when I have to then shoot these people, it looks like you're shooting, like, whether they're terrorists or not, of course. It looks like you're shooting.
Okay guys, we have some more breaking news here today. Apparently, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the game is so realistic that it actually looks like you are shooting in a first-person shooter.
Good job, team. Get ready for the next round.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god. Just fucking why? Why the fuck was this video made, dude? I don't understand.
Infinity Ward is intentionally pushing buttons on this, and that's a risky thing to do, but and maybe they'll fall flat on their face, and this game's going to end up being offensive to anyone who's served in the military. I don't know. That is entirely possible. If they get it right, and they remember this game's being headed by a couple of former leads from Naughty Dog, so there's a pedigree there. If they get it right, it's going to be one of the most memorable and probably best Call of Duties ever in this annual long-running series.
Oh my god, guys, do my ears deceive me? Is there actually someone at IGN who has a bit of fucking common sense? What timeline is this?
I mean, I think it's really important to remember this was a demo. It was taken out of context, but in the context that they showed it to us, I felt uncomfortable, and it felt, I mean, I don't know, it just felt so real, and I know that's what they were going for, but I don't know, you can speak to this, but just like, that these are real life scenarios.
Right, and so the whole thing what Infinity Ward is going for is like these are instances taken out of the headlines, right? And when you approach that, it has to be done with such care.
Yep.
And the demo we saw wasn't really given that care because, of course, we don't have the context. We don't have anyone saying, hey, this is where we're at so far, why it's okay for us just to go into the house and shoot everybody in there instead of taking them prisoner, except for like 2 people. And it's not very clear, and so it was just very jarring because of that.
Yeah, like if we like had the context, then maybe like it wouldn't seem so like uncomfortable to go into the house and shoot a bunch of like terrorists planning a terrorist attack to kill civilians. But we fucking do have the context though. They were fucking terrorists, and the house they were using as their base of operations. I swear, dude, it's not that fucking complex to grasp. I mean, plus, why are you putting so much thought into this? Like seriously, it's a Call of Duty campaign. You kill the terrorists because they're the bad guys. I don't know, dude. These are probably the same people who had their panties in a wad when, you know, you mow down civilians in MW2, even though it's a fictional video game.
Well, at one point, they break into a room and you train your gun on the person who's in there, and it's a woman, and she's running to a crib, and she picks up a baby, and you're like,
right,
what do you do there?
Right, and you're like,
what do you do there?
When I see babies in a stroller, especially when they're crying, I just want to put my foot through the fucking thing and step on it until it's nothing but blood and pulp on the fucking pavement!
Well, I mean, obviously, if you're a good person, you don't shoot the baby.
We never really saw the consequences of any choices, how differently this mission could have gone.
Yeah.
What happens if you hadn't shot out that light? What happens if you do accidentally kill the woman and her child? Does the mission end? Does it change the story of the game at all?
Yeah, we don't know, and I think that's the biggest question for me, is seeing out like whether there is a lot of choice that impacts the story, or if it is very much a story they intend to tell in a certain way.
Oh my god, you guys are really piquing my interest here. Like, now I'm really fucking curious over, like, what's gonna happen if I do kill that baby or not. I think I'm gonna probably kill it when the game releases, to be completely honest. Yeah, fucking demonetized right there. I mean, it's not like some insane moral decision either. Like, it's a fucking video game. Nothing's gonna change in the real world if, you know, you kill a virtual video game character. But, you know, these guys are acting like this is some life or death decision that'll shape their morality for the rest of their fucking lives. No, it's a video game. It's not that big of a deal. But, you know, I just don't even know what to say, man. These people are so fucking soft.
If there is some kind of choice that you can make in the game, that wasn't in the demo.
Right, and
saw.
so I think that would be if the headline coming out of the Modern Warfare reboot or reimagining, whatever you want to call it, if the headline coming out of this was you can play this game non-lethally, I think that would have, if that had been tacked onto the end of that demo, like that would have really changed my opinion of it. If the headline coming out of the Modern Warfare reboot or reimagining, whatever you want to call it, if the headline coming out of this was you can play this game non-lethally, I think that would have, if that had been tacked onto the end of that demo, like that would have really changed my opinion of it.
Oh my god. I mean, it's moments like these that I literally just want to jump in front of a moving train, dude. Like, this dude seriously just asked for a fucking non-lethal playthrough of a fucking Call of Duty campaign. I mean, oh my god, man. Like, you can't even fucking make this shit up, man. I can't take this shit no more, dude.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Like, IGN, you fucking win, man. I'm deleting my channel. I mean, my brain cells cannot take this pure retardation anymore. I mean, we had a good run, guys, but I think what I need now is an F in the chat for the 100 IQ points that I will never get back from hearing that IGN soy boy over here say he wanted a non-lethal Call of Duty campaign. Why do you guys make me go through shit like this? I mean, at this point, I need some likes, to be honest here, okay? 1 like equals 1 prayer, okay? I am desperately begging here. I need all the help I can get.
I think it's how this moral system pays off, if there is any element of choice, and the story they're trying to tell. Is it just a realistic, gritty story that I read on the news every day, because that's not a game I want to play, really.
For now, the gameplay that I saw, I'm with you. I thought it was compelling, it was interesting, and I'm already more interested in the Call of Duty campaign than I have been in years. And I know that's like a backhanded compliment at this point, but it's actually true. I am
true for me as well.
Very interested in what's going on with this game.
Okay, IGN, like, I know we're not on the best terms here or anything, but I'm begging you, man, please let one of these two guys review the game, because they are the only ones in this entire video with a fucking drop of testosterone and some basic common sense, man. I mean, I know I shouldn't expect much from an IGN video, but how in the hell did someone edit and approve this video to be released? Like, this has to be one of the worst videos that I've seen covering a video game in my time on YouTube. Like, this is that fucking bad.
I'm looking forward to seeing more, to see what the whole game is. I don't know if it'll be fun, but it's doing something different, so I'm giving it that at least.
Is that okay for video games to do? I think absolutely. I think it's a medium to tell stories. I hope that Call of Duty tread the line between being respectful, and I hope their intentions are altruistic here. I want to see more, frankly.
Me too.
We'll see. Again, open-minded. I'm excited to see the multiplayer.
I just want to see multiplayer.
Yes.
Like, that's what we love.
That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So.
I'm excited to see the multiplayer.
I just want to see multiplayer.
Yes.
Like, that's what, I don't know, that's what we love.
That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god, thank god we're done. We are fucking done, man. That had to be one of the worst videos coming out of E3 2019 that I've seen on YouTube at this point, and probably one of the worst gaming videos in general. I mean, personally, I'm really happy to see COD going in a more dark and mature direction with the campaign, and honestly, I'm just really excited for Modern Warfare to release, dude. Like, I love this franchise, and it's honestly great to be excited for a Call of Duty game again for the first time in a very long time. I must say, too, it's really great to see Infinity Ward basically giving the middle finger to the game's media, trying to censor this game, and overall, honestly, this year's Call of Duty seems really promising. The campaign sounds great. It's awesome they're getting rid of the season pass. The crossplay is a fucking awesome feature that I've been waiting for so long to be added to Call of Duty, and overall, I just fucking love Modern Warfare. It's probably my favorite Call of Duty franchise, and probably one of my favorite first-person shooter franchises ever, so I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty good year for COD, and I can't wait to play the game in October. But anyway, guys, that does it for the video today. I will be going on a vacation for about a week or so, but I did buy one of these like blue snowball mics or whatever so I can take it on the trip. So I'm going to try to make some videos at night or whenever I get some free time. So if the videos seem like they have a drop in quality, that's why. Plus, I will have to edit on my laptop, which is always a great time. So yeah, there will be a step down in quality. I mean, I'm going to a $50 mic from like a $700 fucking mic setup. And yeah, editing on my laptop is a pain in the ass. So yeah, apologies for that, but it will be only temporary. But anyway, guys, I do want to thank you all so much, as always, for taking the time out of your day to check out the video and for all the recent support as well. And I will catch you guys next time.